Another short hop aboard the Piedmont to Washington. The countryside rolled past like in England built on a massive scale. Where trees grew, they formed forests, and where fields stretched, they seemed to carpet the whole world. America was clearly big. One could perhaps spend 80 days simply traveling its length and breadth and admiring the view. Let's talk. Greetings, Monsieur Legard. Tickets, please. Ugh. Washington to Ponte Delegado? Speaking of airships, I understand you can get to London from New York aboard the Henrietta, but the fare is over £5,000. Ooh, sucks. English poetry, sir? Sounds wonderful. Tell me about Ponte Delgada. What more can I tell me about Ponte Delgada? Some people say there is a regular service by air from Ponte Delgada to Lisbon, but the fare is very high. Yeah, so did I. Tell me about playing cards. Don't mind if I do. Tell me about Lisbon. Some people say that the quickest way to Lisbon from here is through Ponte Delgada. Okay, well, that's helpful. Lisbon to Tangier? All I know is that it is a city full of intrigue and romance, if the papers are to be believed. Now, anyway, do you play football? No, I do not. You look a bit like a center forward, I thought. No, well, that's very kind of you. How about to Caracas? Here's something I do know. The Haitians have invested a lot of money in Caracas, I have heard. Lisbon to Marrakesh? No idea, but now Jama El Fna is one of the busiest market squares in Africa. Goodbye. Alright, so we can actually get to New York, from New York to the... Oh, yeah, we can go straight to London from New York if we have 5,000 pounds, which we don't. Crap. The train was fast as advertised, and we arrived into Washington in short order and without incident. Okay. So we have a couple of attempts here. We need to plan. Our top hat will fetch money here, it says. Okay, arrives Wednesday. 58 pounds. How much? No. How much to get by airship? I don't know how much it costs to get to London from here. I don't want to go to Point Delgado. I want to go to London. Well, it costs 5,000 pounds. There is no way we get 5,000 pounds unless we wait, and we can't wait a week. Departs tomorrow. Back it up. Okay, departs tomorrow. Arrives Saturday. We can arrive on Saturday. 480 pounds. And but it's like 4,000 pounds to get here. There'd be no way. We could go to Lisbon and maybe get back up to Paris? Ah! Sucks! I have to make a choice. 58 pounds or 480 pounds. It's gonna be like 5,000 pounds to get... Okay. We'll wait until the morning. I can't make any plans until we figure out what the hell we're doing. People were somewhat wary of Monsieur Fogg as we roamed the streets of Washington. Several buildings had not yet been rebuilt since the burning of the city English forces in 1812. Seemed an overprotective reaction. Not only was that particular skirmish 60 years past, Monsieur Fogg was clearly not a military type. Still, not everyone was cold. A few people were out to make a quick buck, as is right and proper. And the California dream, which is spreading slowly but surely across the great empty continent. Do you want the full tour, gentlemen? Asked the Hank Hinberry, a man with smooth dark skin and a fine leather jacket who strolled up to us. I'm selling these fine leather jackets! As though the sight of an English gentleman and his battered valet were par to his normal fare. We're looking to leave as fast as possible. Leave? Well, where to now? He smiled. You haven't seen what this place has to offer. What does this place have to offer? Everything, he replied, spreading his hands wide. Hank leant in close. Tell me now, he purred. What's your poison? Transportation. I replied steadfastly. We need the fastest way to London. Left the gas on, did you? He joked. The fastest way I know is the airship from New York, but there's also the route via Ponte Delgada. Why does an airship route go to Ponte Delgada? I demanded. Where even is it? How the hell would I know? He shot back. Now, do you want to see what the city has to offer, or are you just wasting my time? Are we wasting your time? I spluttered indignantly. You fellows are no hope, Hank replied, then took his leave abruptly. A narrow shave, I suspect, Monsieur Fogg confided as we stepped away. How unlikely him to have an opinion. I think perhaps Monsieur Fogg dislikes Americans as much as they dislike him. 480 and see if you can negotiate, but the negotiation usually costs money, but we'll see what we can get. Hello, Maverick! Alright, 7 a.m. we will open. Either one leaves. Well, this one of them leaves today, right? Yeah. We can take one suitcase. And then this one leaves tomorrow at 2 p.m. We can negotiate this. No charge at 2 p.m. Okay, so it'd be free to go there today at 2. We can take up to 4 suitcases. Cool. Do we have anything we can sell here? Not anything worth money, unfortunately. Yeah, everything we have is just nothing. Like, literally nothing. Okay, like, literally, we have nothing. Okay. So, we only have 3,828 pounds. Banks open at 11. We're gonna head to New York. We're just gonna go to New York and hope for the best. Because I know we don't have the 5,000 pounds to get to, yeah. I think that still cost me 58. We boarded the train and settled ourselves in for a short ride back along the coast into New York City. Converse, please. What is your wish, master? Passepartout, you have my undivided attention. New York. They're building that thing out on the island there. London, sir. Regrettably, nothing. Journey. There are still a few days left to us. We cannot afford to lose a single day. Very good, sir. So. The journey was brief. The Atlantic flashed in the sunshine, beckoning us onwards. We were so close to home, but could we cross the 9 days? I don't know. I do not know. Market at 6 a.m. 2100 in Lisbon. We still don't have enough to cross the ocean. Like, literally. Nothing. So, we may not make it. Let's find out what we have. Can we make it to London? 5,300 pounds. Options? Bank opens at what, 11 a.m.? Okay, we're probably not going to make it, but it was worth a try. I was pickpocketed in New York! I trusted to my unstealable wallet to keep me safe. It worked charmingly, bringing the thief a cropper just as they were running away. The yank of the elastic sudden and severe enough to lay them flat. I snatched back my purse and marched triumphantly away until, once around the corner, I collapsed with a deep sigh of relief. A valet who loses his wallet is no valet at all. The shock passed, and I made my way back to our hotel before anything more untoward could befall my delicate person. Ha-ha! Almost got totally robbed right there. Alright, 4 hours to explore. So we'll explore for 4 hours, see what's up. So it looks like we can go north to Greenwich, Iceland, Reykjavik. I browsed around, my ears open, investigating the various ways in which we might continue. I don't think we can afford Reykjavik. We cannot afford to go to London. 5,300 pounds, not even close. 330 to Reykjavik. It leads tomorrow at 2 p.m. No charge at 2 p.m. Done! Let's go! 330. This luggage rack has space for no suitcases. Open luggage. Well, we're gonna be poor. Whoa, what is this, a rocket ship? The Icewind is a pendulously large Savikar Otmotic that wanted to fly 4 or 5 miles high and had to be hauled down to the docks by a team of 30 or 40 steam winches. It seemed large for a ship traveling to Iceland. But I was informed by a dockhand that most of the space was for cargo, not people. Indeed, space was at such a premium, passengers were allowed no luggage. It seemed overly fastidious. But Monsieur Fogg was, of course, entirely untroubled. "We have no further need of luggage," he declared. Therefore we signed our visa forms and discarded our luggage. It was soon time to depart. Ha-ha! We're on board a rocket ship. What are we playing today, Brinsky? We're playing 80 Days. I am at your service, Monsieur Fogg. My excellent valet. How's our journey doing, sir? It just crashed! Yeah, I'm stream of the game just crashed. We were there. We were on our way to Reykjavik. 72 days. Wait, it was in. One moment. I don't even know if the game autosaves. Oh man, dude, no, come on. I love you. We were there, man. We were there, man. It's please tell me it saved in New York. Please tell me it saved in New York. If it didn't, I'm just gonna cry. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, okay. Woo! Thank you, game devs, for understanding that random things happen at random times. Oh, heartbeat just do 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 do. Okay. Good. Our rocket ship is saved. Unlike Elon Musk's, when this thing explodes, we can bring it back from the dead. Guess we got to extend the stream and start all over. Darn, guess we gotta watch more KV. Well, unfortunately, I have to leave for work. Not now, but in the future. Conditions about the Icewind were comfortable enough for the 30 or so passengers making the trip. We quickly knew everyone by their Christian name. I set about befriending the crew. Particularly intrigued to know what the bulky cargo being shipped was, but I gained no answers that first day. Evening crept in on us slowly as we headed north. Whoop, zoomed. I'll help fog a little bit. Much appreciated, my passepartout. I feel most comfortable. Good. We are past the latitude of London, Monsieur Fogg declared, and I wondered if I could detect sadness in his tone. It seemed unlikely. Our journey had been tiring in the extreme, but I did not sense he longed for the quiet life of the Reform Club. It's just trying to bribe the crew into fly due east. No, sir. No money for that. I took my leave of him and went to talk to the crew about the cargo. Still intrigued as to what we were carrying, but gained only vague hints that it was bulky, valuable, and extremely time-sensitive. No chance of our diverting to London, say? I suggested, and my engineer friend laughed. Not a snowball's chance in a hot tub, she replied with a wink. A puzzle, but would I ever see its solution? It's probably a new engine. Reykjavik! Thank God I know how to pronounce that. Who the hell would bomb Reykjavik? They never did anything to anybody. Ever. The third day was short, and we arrived into the skies above Reykjavik as the sun was gathering across the water. From the rail I could see more smaller airships bobbing above the docks. At least one of them would be bound for London and for home. As we landed, I looked back hoping to catch sight of our mysterious cargo being unloaded. As I watched, the whole nose of the craft was detached and something was dragged out by a team of steam carts with winches. Guards stood on either side, well armored and armed to the teeth as though expecting attack from an army. It was hustled onto a wide-gauge train which puffed away to deliver it elsewhere. Indeed, a puzzle. Well, now this journey is proving more draining than I expected. Okay, explore for several hours, because we need to know how the hell to get out of Reykjavik. Please tell me we get to go straight to London from here. Yes! How much? Reykjavik was a quiet town with few inhabitants, but still had the feeling of a bustling center of commerce. The flag of the Kingdom of Denmark fluttered above the trade hall, declaring this place an outpost. But of all the outposts, colonies, and adjuncts of great nations we had seen, it seemed the most comfortable in its skin. Comfort most likely derived from the natural hot springs, which we tried out in an open area behind a fine fish restaurant. Monsieur Fogg sat in one end and myself at the other, and we breathed in gulps of steam with a deep, satisfying sigh. They should fit these in Hyde Park, I exclaimed. Monsieur Fogg shook his head. I think they are heated from underground thermals, he replied. In London they would require coal, but in London there are better uses. I do believe it was the first time I heard him say, even in a roundabout fashion, that any place had its own elements of value. Plan! To London! £1,000 and it arrives Wednesday. Negotiate! £1,000 in 2 days. Doesn't matter. 2 days. We're going to London. Ha ha! Alright. So we have 2 days to wait. Day 75. We made ourselves comfortable in the night and... I engaged another guest in conversation. To find out what I could, but gathered little of use. You know, there's not much left here. Can we extend this even further? Price rather steep. Ticket require 1,000 at 8 a.m. Like this morning? Yes! Go! We're down to 373 pounds, but we leave today. The Silver Seal was a smaller ship than the Icewind had been, and a Gaik to boot. How long will it take? I asked the captain as we boarded. 3 days, he replied. Can't be done any faster. 3 days seemed like a very long time, and I could see from Monsieur Fogg's expression that he thought as much as well. Adventurer Fogg expected back shortly. Aha! 3 days, but we have the time, if nothing happens. The ocean tore along beneath us. I enjoyed talking to no one. There was nothing I needed to know, no one to charm, flatter or beguile into giving us aid. There was only the wind and the time. And we could control neither. Passepartout, my master demanded, make us go faster, if you would. I went to talk to the boiler attendant. Faster, you say? You are crazed. We would explode. We want no risk, no danger. I promise you we will be in London in 2 more days. It'll help Fogg get a little bit better. Your attentions are much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Monsieur Fogg looked out of the observation deck windows with perfect calm, as though we were not, with every passing moment, drawing closer and closer to London. My nerves were in shreds, and I was nearly chewing the rail with anticipation. I spent the remaining time watching every possible danger. And embarking on the writing of this account. Though I found already the details of our early adventures had grown vague and indistinct. It was day 76. We had barely 100 hours remaining to return home. I see London, I see France, I'm gonna get so much money. We tethered at the airship dock in Hyde Park and felt for the first time in 77 days the feel of English soil under our shoes. At long last we had returned to London, and in time to win the wager. Good gracious, this is rather more strenuous than anticipated. Ha ha! Let us return home! I seized my master by the collar and threw him into one of the steam carriages idling on the banks of the Serpentine in Hyde Park. To the Reform Club, I shouted, throwing 50 pounds at the driver as inducement to speed. And you'll have another 50 when we arrive. Now drive! There was no need for such unseemly haste, Passepartout, my master noted, but I was a man possessed. The streets of London seemed quaint and old-fashioned. As they flashed past my well-traveled eyes, the carriages were mostly horse-drawn, and gas lamps rather than electricity lit our way as we raced down Pall Mall. The carriage barely shuddered to a steam-hissing stop before I dragged my master from his seat and up the steps to the imposing doors of the Reform Club. I released him only when we reached the great saloon where my master's 5 antagonists stood from their chairs, gaping in an attitude of great shock. Monsieur Fogg only straightened a little and said in his calm voice, "Gentlemen, here I am." The room erupted in cheers, and I staggered to the nearest chair and collapsed heavily into it, my hands shaking. I realized as though a spell had suddenly broken that we had succeeded. My master had won 20,000 pounds. For the 4,000 we began with, the debt built up from the banks along the way, and our remaining funds, it was a profit of over 12,000, hardly a meager sum. My heart began to beat again, and I saw for the first time the crowds who had forced their way into the club to witness the momentous occasion. A journalist in dark blue bonnet caught my eye. "And you must be the lawyer valet Passepartout," she said. "Ah, madame, you have a sharp eye, for indeed I am." I bowed with a flourish. All of London has been feverishly following Phileas Fogg's progress in the papers. She swept her gaze over me and scribbled furiously in her notebook. "Your master will be tomorrow's headline, or I'll eat my hat." "It is a fine hat," I agreed. She laughed. "Then I'll be glad not to have to eat it." I pushed my way through Monsieur Fogg, who had nearly been swallowed by congratulatory crowds. "You have won the bet, monsieur," I told him, as though saying it aloud once more would make it more real. And then repeated the sentiment again for good measure. Monsieur Fogg pressed my hand warmly and did not remark even once upon the impropriety of my gesture. Indeed, though his cool gaze did not so much as waver or soften, I believe he welcomed the chance to shake my hand. "I thank you for your service as my valet, Passepartout," Monsieur Fogg said coolly. "Though you did not perform your duties with particular skill, you were not particularly incompetent either. Steady mediocrity is a quality I admire in a servant. With Monsieur Fogg, one had to take one's compliments as they came. Mr. Fogg! Mr. Fogg! The blue-bonneted journalist cried, interrupting our conversation. What next for the great adventurer Phileas Fogg and his royal valet Passepartout? My master looked at me. I returned the glance. I've always wondered what is at the center of the earth. I looked around at faces of the assembled crowd and quirked an eyebrow. Anyone care to make a wager? Monsieur Fogg refrained from rolling his eyes. I believe he said with great deliberation that tonight I will have supper and go to bed. Come, Passepartout, it grows late. Yes, Monsieur Fogg, I said and followed. Your journey around the world is complete! Ha-ha! Wow, beat it first try. Celebrated Englishman Phileas Fogg wins round the world wager. Journey completed in 77 days despite Reykjavik diversion. Nights of rough sleeping and failed mutiny en route to San Francisco. Visited 21 out of 169 cities. Traveled 24,817 miles. Favorite transport trains. Finishing balance 12,373 pounds. Traveled 66,563 leagues. 10,000 miles. 7,000 miles by air. Spent $20,000. Character presentable. Manner passionate. Valeting sound. Relations with Fogg comfortable. Visited. Yay! Look at that! We did it! We traveled around the world in 80 days. That was fun. Hello, Mike. Welcome, friend. I love being merely adequate. So we can share if we so like. Share. This will open your personal journey page in your browser. You can share this link or bookmark it as a record of the trip. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, it's exciting. So we can actually look at all of our trips. So we started in London. So we went. Our biggest delay was in Russia, I think, because we ended up in day 16, day 19 here. And then we ended up day 35 here, day 47, day 61, day 66. I think the other travelers that we were seeing are actually other people playing the game. But we did it in 77 days. I'm really happy. I'm just really excited that we actually got it done. I'm like super stoked about that. But why not take a screenshot? Wait. Gotta take a screenshot of the most complex portion of this. Damn, the world is big. I seem to have... There it is. Ah! Screenshot! I'm blind! Saved my thing. Postcard created! Yay! Alright, I'm just really proud of me. Continue. So we can begin again if we so feel the urge, but we do not. Not today. That was actually pretty fun. I like that. That was fun, Izzy. Last save. No save. The playthrough Seed, in which Passepartout is convinced that he has at last found his ideal. That's interesting. Cool. Anyway, we will exit the game. Like, for real, instead of crashing before we reach Reykjavik. Oi! Time to do it in 70 days? Are you being punished? The Reykjavik Symphony Orchestra. Am I being punished for something? Will be played on cooking pots and gefilte fish. If we spent all night rewriting it, and he just finished it earlier tonight, it is not classical music. So you took longer from London to Moscow than from the US West Coast back. Yeah. Well, apparently they fired me forthwith from a rocket from New York. I made 12,000 pounds today. No, I don't want a thumb war. You always win because you have freakishly odd thumbs. No. I hide. I'll hide down here. Ah, she's got me! Help! Ah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I cannot escape. No, I can do this. I have the... Aha! What are you doing over there? What is that? Is that a diversion? Do I see a diversion going on over there? I can't win a thumb war with you. You know this. My thumbs are too tiny. I can't reach help. You know what it is? Your thumb is the ancestor of a plesiosaur. Plesiosaur? No, it has a long neck. Isn't it the plesiosaur has a long neck? I know it's one of those saurs.
The plesiosaur ever.
Wait, isn't the plesiosaur like the same thing as Loch Ness? Wait, I know this thing. It's a. I don't know how to spell it. Plesio. I don't. Plesiosaur. Yeah, there it is. Plesiosaur. Yeah, it's the Loch Ness monster.
My thumb is like a dinosaur.
Yes. Ow! See? It crushes everything it sees because it can't think because it's got a.
Back of my hand.
It's got a peanut brain. Ow! 7 hits me a lot. Oh, Brontosaurus is the other one. Brontosaur. I don't even know how to spell it. There, that one. It has a long neck too. Like a Brontosaurus. I'm sure he had long tendons in his neck. Ouch!
He just had really thick vertebrae.
Actually, that's a question. How did he?
Think of
I mean,
giraffes.
no,
Giraffes
ow,
actually
ow,
have the
ow.
same number of vertebrae that we have. They're just like that.
No,
Instead of like
no.
that.
My thing is like, did they move their necks with tendons, or was it all muscle control? Like tendons at the top of their neck, and then at the base, and the rest was just like a wormy, snaky muscle. I mean, wouldn't it be better to be segmented?
Vertebrae, it was segmented.
I meant the muscle that moves the vertebrae. Like, have segmented sections of muscle. Yeah, but our neck is like half a foot. Bite him hard. No. Bite his earlobes in the most passionate way. Swelling passions. I was just talking about dinosaurs. I was trying to give you a compliment. Apparently I screwed.
How is comparing my thumbs to dinosaurs a compliment?
Dinosaurs are awesome.
They're dead.
You can be awesome and dead. Look at John Wayne.
Still cool.
That's how awesome he was. He was so awesome that those negative qualities did not reduce his awesomeness. You have an air bubble in your eye. Oh, you have an air bubble under your eyelid.
Even if my eye does in fact, count.
I guess. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we might actually end a little bit early today. It's only 10 minutes, but we went around the world in 77 days, and I am super stoked about that. I'm actually really kind of happy the fact that we were able to make it around the world in 77 days. First try, first playthrough, rocked it like your socks. I am the greatest gentleman's gentleman ever. We also got stuck in Russia because we had to wait 4 or 5 days to get our loan. We had to wait a week to get our loan. Okay, basically, KB is telling Civ she's big and sad. No, for that, I would call her a Triceratops. No, cows are cute. And they're tasty. Nom, 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 nom. See, I think that's what's funny about PETA. They think animals can be cute, but not tasty. And then people who hate PETA think that animals can be tasty, but not cute. I think that you can eat cute animals. I mean, puppies taste good. I know people are like, cows feel love, cows like hugs, cows like pets. It's like, yes, of course. All animals enjoy affection. Some of them are just really good when you slather them with barbecue sauce and fire. So KB has found his new calling as a butler. So yeah, it's multiple muscles. Multiple muscle. Yeah. That's what I was asking. But it still doesn't matter because a Brontosaurus's neck is still like it's like 3 giraffes tall. I get it. I get it's the matter of scale, so you have the same number of vertebrae, the same length of meat, but you have to remember, they have, the larger the thing is, the more dense it is, the more, usually, at least with vertebrae, the more dense it is, the heavier it is. So the higher up it gets, the more likely it is to fall over. So those muscles had to be like super mega awesome strong.
Super spread out when they're trying to get.
I know.
Because if their head goes below their chest rush to the end and they actually pass out. You think dinosaurs were different?
Could you imagine a brontosaurus being all like... Actually, I think what a brontosaurus would usually do is just step into the lake and just be like... Counterintuitive to actually being waterproof. What? I just came in here. If you stop now, I'll slap you with my smelly work sock. There are no words to describe the smell that is now on my face. Well, I only have 6 minutes anyway, standard time, and then I can end early, but I do apologize. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw today, please feel free to follow if you haven't followed already. If you have followed already and would like to see more of what I do, please feel free to follow over on YouTube at youtube.com/4kbshort, where you can find over 1,000 Let's Play videos for your viewing pleasure. You can also follow on Twitter and or Facebook for news and updates. And of course, if you'd like to help support the stream, we have a couple options for supporting our stream. We do, of course, have our PayPal. You can drop a donation. One-time donation of any amount you think we deserve here on the Shore Bus for entertaining you the way that we do. However, if you'd like to help us out over a larger period of time, we also have a Patreon at patreon.com/4kbshort, where for as little as $1 per month, you can help keep us live. I am a part-time professional streamer. I do have a full-time job, but any and all assistance with the streaming part is very helpful because that money goes towards bills and games and equipment and all sorts of other fun stuff. Like a new desk and chair, which I need soon. Soon. This chair is literally falling apart. I sat in it last night, and I think I sank another 2 inches. But anyway. With that, I think we can meander. I don't really see anybody playing a lot of stuff, so I'm going to throw out some love here. We have Fleet Admiral J, who is playing Stellaris, if you guys are interested in Stellaris. Apparently they did some expansions and fixed some of the bugs with the original game, how it got stuck and couldn't play and all sorts of other crap. The Rob and Dan Show, who unfortunately were not given partnership yesterday, which is sad. They are currently playing Fallout 4. And anybody else? Looks like no one really jumping out at me. Pixel Monkey's playing Steep, and he's wearing a very silly outfit, so there's always that too. So some options for you guys. No, he's wearing he's been doing that since Halloween. His daughter had him buy. Yeah, well, apparently it's his new thing. He, instead of suiting up, he actually wears these outfits now. He even did a photo shoot with a bunch of them. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's lost his mind. I don't know. But as for me, I do have to do. Unfortunately, Noodles is very upset at me. I'm sorry, Noodles, but I do have to go to work. I have to get ready and I have to go. Well, many hearts for everybody, and thank you all for joining us today on this playthrough of 80 Days. It was really a lot of fun, and who knows, we may play it again one day and be like, can we do better than 77 days? Oh yeah, tomorrow is my birthday. I might stream. Because people give you free stuff on your birthday. I don't know what I'd stream tomorrow. I'll have to find something. Something birthday related. We can play pregnancy. It has to do with birthdays. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Pregnancy, how's that fun?
I don't know. Ask all the women who keep doing it.
Kids aren't fun. They have this weird thing in the back of their mind that some kind of moral obligation that they're supposed to pop kids out of their cooch.
Hi, everybody.
What?
Nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Good night, Meister. Yes, good night, Meister. Good night, everybody. And we're going to head out. Today's music brought to you by New Retro Wave. You can find other music available for free to listen to over on YouTube or Spotify. If you like any of the songs you heard today, please know the title of the song. Name of the artist can be found scrolling across the lower left-hand corner of your screen. But Sev is pregnant? No. 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 Lexi for work famous. Goes to work. Aw, thank you, Arachnid. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna run my outro, then I'm gonna go. I may stream tomorrow, so keep an eye out, but I may not. It's my birthday, I can do whatever the hell I want. Haha! And I'll see you guys hopefully, either tomorrow or Thursday. You know, pick a day. And I'll see you guys then. I gotta go, I got the giggles. I'll see you guys later.